Hey guys, welcome back to the Daily Crypto Market Update. BTC is still inside of the daily TBO Cloud. It was actually awesome. Even though yesterday it plunged all the way down here to a low of $89,260, down 3%. It actually closed up green on the day, which is wild. Now, when any chart, Bitcoin, gold, Tesla, whatever, is inside of this mass, the TBO Cloud on the daily time frame, this is what we call bullish consolidation. Consolidation is a term you already know. Consolidation just means sideways chop. Guess what we've been doing ever since we kind of knocked inside of this? Sideways chop. But the idea of bullish consolidation is that it is trying to head upward. The only quote unquote problem about this is that the macro trend remains bearish as indicated by the TBO Slow line. The TBO stands for the trending breakout indicator, and this indicator shows us the strength of the trend, the direction of the trend, and also when there might be trend changes or breakouts, and in this case, a breakdown, which absolutely happened. So what am I really waiting for? I'm waiting for a lot of things. For starters, with the TBO, I would love to see one of these orange diamonds to give me some bullish confidence of a reversal. I'm not really expecting one, but seeing one of those would definitely flip the script. Another thing I'm watching, apart from the TBO, is we have these TBT bullish divergences, and this yellow tab right here is a cluster, meaning that this is basically replacing a green triangle and emphasizing it basically like a yellow exclamation mark right here on the 7th of December. This is telling us that we should be expecting a bullish reversal coming up. Keep in mind, we saw this same thing back over here in March. We did push up before rolling over. Keep that in mind. Now, the other thing to keep in mind as well is that we have a bear flag. A bear flag, and I saw some people a little bit confused about this in the comments. Trust me, I know it's confusing because when I learned about this too, I was like, why would you call it a bear flag if it's going up? But it's not about the shape, it's about the outcome. And bear flags break support. When we see Bitcoin fall down here to a target right now, currently support today is at around $87,700. So if Bitcoin were to break today below support, well, it wouldn't go back in time. No, thank you. So we would break support. It would do something like this to test previously broken support, which would act or behave as resistance, and it would go a lot lower. That's how bear flags work. Even though we see higher lows and we see higher highs, and yes, there is a very, very possible potential of Bitcoin just shooting all the way up here to $98,536. It's possible. I didn't say how likely it was, but it's possible. But the only time a bear flag is invalidated is, of course, once overhead resistance is pushed, and it's basically the inverse. So this would be an invalidation and Bitcoin going up higher. Now, the other thing to keep in mind about this too is that we have overhead resistance in play as well. We have our, I guess we could say macro overhead resistance right here. This is our main one. This is our all-time high on October 6th, and then our pivot high right here. It's not this high, even though it's higher, I still kind of like go back and forth about this because if I were to push this up here, it's just slightly different. And I don't like the fact that it's just a slightly lower high than this one. It just looks ugly. Does it work though? We'll leave it. It's okay. Doesn't really matter. But the main thing here to focus on is the fact that Bitcoin pierced above overhead resistance on Tuesday. Wednesday, it pierced and held above it. Yesterday, it pierced and held above it. Ideally, we want to see a third day above. Now, if I put this back to where it was, it looks a little bit better, more in our favor, I guess we should say. But if we're really going to, yeah, it's tricky. It's like the smallest little move. I still think that we need one more day confirmed above this level, before we decide that it's broken, that it's conquered, okay? So we're not there, but we are heading in that direction. So what does this have to do with the bear flag? What does this have to do with the TBO and TBT divergence and all that stuff? Well, we know that bullish consolidation means that we're going to see sideways chop, but moving higher up. So the thing that we have to keep in mind is that there is going to be a challenge, two challenges. Price of Bitcoin has to break above this level of resistance, which inevitably it will run into it. If Bitcoin were just to chop sideways right now and just do nothing for the next 2 weeks, it will hit it on December 26th. And it has to do something. It has to react. It's not likely to do that, but that's the first thing, is that this level has to be tested or pierced or respected or whatever. And then if it also goes sideways too, think about it this way, it's also going to be right at support. So time is a ticking for BTC. It has to make a decision if it's going to break out or down. And this is why I favor the TBO, because I already know that the macro trend is bearish. Now, I'm not a perma-bear. My moniker, my handle, my YouTube channel is called Moon and Papa. So for all of you that are like, why are you so bearish, dude? Well, I mean, I'm bearish because of what I see, but I'm not a perma-bear at all. If we go back over here to 2022, we see very, very similar setups. Okay, we have our TBO breakdowns, just like we saw about 3 weeks ago. We have TBT bullish divergences. And then during this whole time, look at what happened to the cloud right here. The slow line started to what? Curl down. And then we had a very strong bearish macro trend. Even though Bitcoin's price chugged up inside of the cloud like this, it still chopped sideways. We even had a moment where it was going against the grain. I keep going over this in every single video, not for the newcomers, but for everyone that's watching every single video, because you're going to get faked out. This right here, right here, right here, right here, these are all bull traps. These are designed to trap bulls, thinking that we're going to go up, we're going to go up. But if the macro trend is staying very stubbornly down, even if we see Bitcoin get above the cloud, we have to trust that the macro trend wins, because this one ultimately does. And we know what happens in 2022. That's what I'm expecting to see happen next, is a lot of sideways chop. We'll see what happens in terms of our bear flag, whatever's going to happen with that. But look, TBO breakdowns appearing after our top. It was a very weak top, just like in 2021. We have a drop, TBT bullish divergences. The next thing we're looking for are closed shorts. Look at the direction of the slow line. It's all lining up to be the same. Talk about deja vu, right? Now, Ethereum had a much rougher close yesterday, down 2.61%, and it still stayed inside the cloud, but it wicked down a lot lower. The difference between the two is pretty drastic, but the other thing that's really different between these two charts is, that's right, the slow line. The slow line here, the slowest of the 4 moving averages that comprise of the TBO indicator, the slow line still is moving up for Ethereum, telling us that this is a much more bullish chart. It's strong or macro bullish, whereas Bitcoin is macro bearish. This is why I keep saying I expect Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin. And we saw ETH/BTC shoot up higher. Actually, and I didn't prepare this, it's okay, I won't show it. But I took a trade on this back over here, and I got a nice little 5, 6, 7% trade on ETH/BTC. So I'm stacking my BTC because I see the bullish sentiment growing. Now, the other thing to keep in mind in terms of the TBO indicator is that on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, we have a TBO breakout, just a single solitary one, which is odd. And for Ethereum, we have 3, which is a TBO breakout cluster. They're not perfectly 3 in a row, which I really want to see. And they're also happening on big explosive moves, which I don't like to see. But they're still telling us to expect more explosive upside continuation. Same thing for ETH/BTC. Now, combined stablecoin dominance. This is looking great. Yesterday's Chop City was very, very weird for price action here on this percentage-based chart. And it did not close, basically closed just inside of the cloud. But the main thing I'm seeing here that's great, and you should be seeing this too, is that there's a clear downtrend here in terms of RSI. Relative strength, the relative strength index, but the relative strength of combined stablecoin dominance continues to go down. Now, what I really want to see, and what you want to see, is a break of this support level. That would be amazing, because we had another bounce back over here on the 26th. We want to see a break of this and to see it go a lot lower. I am still expecting a bearish outcome for this chart. Even though it is macro bullish, even though the slow line keeps moving up, I still expect this to have a bearish downtrend, which would be awesome because that will allow alts to go higher. One of the things I was not expecting yesterday that happened was a big 0.6% close, a third TBO close short. Now, this is starting to worry me, and it's also highly diminishing the chances of an alt rally, because anytime that we see Bitcoin dominance move up higher, it doesn't necessarily have to correlate with the price action of Bitcoin. Whereas with Ethereum dominance, this one is very much closely correlated to the price action of Ethereum. But for Bitcoin dominance, showing 3 TBO close shorts on the daily time frame is a huge bullish reversal signal. I hate to admit it, but it is. The last time we saw 3 of these guys, I have to go back a lot. We saw 2 together over here, and this was a pretty good rally before it fell lower. We saw 2 that were kind of separated, but it's letting us know that the bearish downtrend right here is most likely coming to an end. Therefore, if you're shorting this market, which you can't because it's Bitcoin dominance, but just stick with me, it's letting us know the bearish downtrend could be coming to an end soon. So consider taking some profits out of your short because we might be moving up. And boy, did Bitcoin dominance move up from 40% up to like 64%. Okay, we saw more of these back over here too. TBO close shorts, TBO close shorts, TBO close shorts. I personally don't want to see more of these. I would much rather see Bitcoin dominance print one of these guys and just dump, which I expect to happen during the bear market. But right now, these are some extremely bullish reversal signs. So what do they tell us about alts? If we see Ethereum dominance have more pullbacks today, dominance is clearly shifting back to Bitcoin, which I don't want to see. I want to see this fall because when Bitcoin dominance falls, everyone's happier. Trust me, everybody is happier, especially altcoin traders like you and me. So we want to see stablecoin dominance fall. We want to see Bitcoin dominance fall. But if we're going to see both of these pump, it's going to cause more pain and more downside continuation for alts. Even though Bitcoin might be green, alts won't be looking as bullish as BTC. Now, this does not mean at all that there aren't good opportunities for trading. I literally just closed a position about 30 minutes ago here on C-Pool, which is a chart that I've been trading back over here for the last, 17 days. It's just good. Like, you want to be finding charts like this that just consistently pop up and down, up and down. To be honest, this chart's been doing this for a long time. I shared this chart a long time ago as well with people in the Better Traders Club. Charts like this are gifts in disguise. It looks choppy. It looks awful for holding. And if you zoom out to the daily time frame, it is terrible for holding. Because if you bought it back up here, the position's now down 78%. That's not the point of the chart, though. The point of the chart is to trade all of the volatility that's happening day in and day out and making a nice little, waking up basically to $130 richer in my portfolio. Could it go up higher? Sure. I have alerts to let me know. If it goes back down, I have an alert to let me know. And I'll trade it again and again and again. Don't steal my coins. Don't steal my charts. But if you're interested to learn how to trade stuff like this, go to the Better Traders. The link is in the description below. This is really well covered in our course, 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. This is essentially an A/B trading chart, ones that I just really enjoy trading this kind of stuff. It's fun. Because basically while I'm waiting for other positions to close, there are these really crazy low volume, volatile charts that are looking insanely bearish, but they have these nice little pops just over and over. And you can just continue to build and grow your portfolio. You can actually hedge your portfolio in a way while you're holding positions that are going lower, like Stark, I'm looking at you, but you can still trade the volatility to grow, to build your stablecoin stack. So that way you're at least hedging your portfolio as you're losing on Stark, or you're building up funds to buy the dip on other positions. It's a great way to trade. It's really, really fun. The course comes with one-on-one coaching. You never lose access. You don't pay upgrade fees. You don't pay renewal fees or no monthly or yearly fees. It's a one and done deal. It comes with 3 different strategies, actually. Automated trading signals, which are TBD signals that have been running since November 2020. And then also trend trading tools like the TBO, which I've been sharing with you, as well as A/B trading, which is also covered in the course. Plus, it also comes with a 1-month trial to the Better Traders Club, which includes watch lists where I shared C-Pool with people on the watch list. If it's not in December's watch list, it's in other previous ones, and that's normal because if a chart's given, stick with it. Don't move away. That's a huge tip for you guys. Some of you just don't know what it is. It's okay. Also, there are links to sign up for BYDFi and also for WeX. Both of these have some great giveaways right now. For WeX, if you deposit 100 USDT, you can get back 50 USDT as a bonus. There are also other bonuses that you can get by depositing and holding your funds there. For BYDFi, you can trade and earn up to $10,100 in rewards. So definitely take advantage of those links down below. Sign up and use the link that's provided there. Okay, let's go back to TradingView. I have some picks to share with you, but you probably also have some coins that you're curious about as well. So leave a comment down below with coins with tickers that you're interested in me reviewing and checking out here on this channel. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys at the beginning of the video. I'm going on vacation. So starting from today, this is my last daily update unless something major happens. But I have a bunch of videos that are scheduled out from here for like the next 3 weeks. I'm trying to take a real proper vacation. I still have to do some work because I still have to update people in the Better Traders Club. But as far as YouTube content and stuff like that, I'm definitely pulling back over Christmas and over New Year's. So just so you guys know, you're not going to see these daily market updates, but I do have lots of great videos that are scheduled in advance that are going to help you understand trading. They're going to help you understand basically how I find charts like C-Pool, how I trade them, how to use all trading, all that fun stuff. So keep in mind that those are coming. All right, let's get into my picks first. Link is still has a valid TBO breakout. Really weird price action. Everything right now is just super choppy. I don't like any of this, but Mantle, I like this. Mantle has 3 TBO breakouts. They're not exactly in a perfect cluster, but this is still really good. It has also printed a TBO Close short yesterday. So I would love to get another entry or add to my position on the pullback down to the fast line or somewhere down here. But I really like Mantle mainly because on balance volume is showing a lot of bullish growth happening here with the chart. It's in bullish consolidation. The slow line is continuing to move up, telling us the macro trend is up. Volume didn't grow and exceed the moving average yesterday, but this is a good start. So keep an eye on Mantle. OKB, the OKX token, has 3 TBO breakouts on the 4-hour, and Jelly. This is, by the way, a perfect example of a breakout exhaustion or an exhaustion breakout. When there is a massive move like this is 149%. When this happens and we get a breakout on the 4-hour time frame on a 39% move, please do not look at that and go, oh, well, it's just going to go up higher. Are you for real? The chart literally in one day shot up 150%. No. Could it keep going higher? Sure. But this is also, this is not so great. I like these breakouts to be before an explosive move happens. Note the difference in percentage. This is basically moving up, 4%? This one has moved up on the breakouts hundreds of percent, 75%. No contest, okay? There's a big difference. So these are all light blue because of those TBO breakouts. Aave closed its TBO Close short yesterday on the pullback back to the fast line. The next target for Aave is the 618 Fibonacci level, the golden Fibonacci level at just under $240. Bonk, this one has printed a TBT bullish divergence cluster, similar to what we saw for BTC on its daily time frame back over here on Sunday the 7th. So this is a good bullish reversal sign. It does not mean, however, that expect this chart to pump wildly today. It's letting us know that these are very, very bullish reversal signs. We should be expecting some sort of bullish response from the chart. Doesn't have to happen. Just telling us, keep an eye on this, keep an eye on this, keep an eye on this. Tezos, same story as well. Now, Tezos is one I've been telling you guys about for a long time for several reasons. For starters, Tezos has a very clear, let's just remove everything because it's pretty obvious. It just has a really good chart pattern. See? So we have a reversal here and it oscillates down, goes back up, goes back down, goes back up. See the pattern? And we've been going down for the longest time. We haven't gone back up. So we want to identify charts like this. This is like going back to kindergarten. Okay. So if you flunked kindergarten, go back again to learn your shapes. But this is a good chart that has a very high chance of breaking out back up. Now, boys and girls, do we expect the price to exceed the previous high here at $1.90 or so? What is this? Yeah, $1.90? No, because this one was lower. In fact, this is a good example of the euthanasia coaster. Oh, and I deleted the picture? No, it's right here. Good. Okay. Let's see. Copy pasta. Great. So we see a big pump and then a lesser pump, a lesser pump, lesser pump, lesser pump, lesser pump. That's what we should be expecting for this chart. So why am I highlighting it? Well, just like the previous other times, it fell down to weekly TBO support and it moved up to resistance. Fell down to weekly TBO support. It fell lower, but it moved up 60%. Fell down to TBO support. So I'm expecting not an exact perfect move, but something a little bit less. I think that's reasonable. So this is why I keep talking about Tezos. This is why I think it has good potential. It has good bones, as people like to say. And it's also still here at TBO support on the daily time frame as well. Okay. Now, a couple of updates. Dash, it did it didn't put, oh, it actually put in a lower low yesterday. It still hasn't pushed above resistance. I am still betting on the fact that Dash is going to break out above. It already pierced above overhead resistance. It pierced it again yesterday. Today, it's basically starting above it, but really we need to see it get some volume, test the 382, and then eventually push up higher. ENA continues to be on my watch list because I'm expecting a bullish breakout. This is why we don't rush into things. We wait for confirmation for it to break out above. BDX, you remember this one from just a couple days ago? Absolute insane price action. Scam worthy, honestly. Look at this. It's just Christmas for BDX. We have a 14% pump, 11% dump, 16% pump, maybe another dump all the way down here. But man, oh man, is this not a wonderful chart for trading? I mean, look at this thing. Literally just giving us an entry and an exit. Like crazy, crazy, terrible, but crazy. Last but not least, ICNT, which to me looks like I can't. I think it's Impossible Cloud Network, but it looks more like I can't. But man, oh man, is this a great chart just for oscillating? Again, very similar to Tezos on the weekly. You want to find charts that are just so consistent in their patterns like this. This is a really nice chart. Now, onto your requests. I am not necessarily picking these because I favor them over my coins. It's just goodwill. It's Christmas. It's the Christmas spirit, right? Telcoin had a crazy pop all the way here to historical TBO resistance. We had a little bit of a bounce. This is basically the exit bounce right here. And now it's back inside the cloud. If you're in a position on Tel, you'll want to pay very close attention to RSI, which is putting in lower highs. That was the exit to get out on the 3rd. If it starts to fall lower, be careful because a chart like this will get real weak real fast. On balance volume is still holding up, but we've seen this before and it absolutely tanks. There's a good chance that we'll fall back down here to historical TBO support, another 35%, and if things get really bad, 50%. Just be aware. Avalanche, AVAX, this one printed a TBT bullish divergence cluster, so this is what I'm talking about over here with Bonk. Just because we see one doesn't mean that we ape in right away, but we keep our eyes on the chart. AVAX continues to just chop sideways. It keeps kissing or tagging, however you want to say it, if that makes you uncomfortable about kissing. Tagging the TBO fast line right here. I mean, it's a good short setup over and over. Now, eventually, we're going to see it push inside the cloud, but we do have to keep the macro trend in mind, which is still macro bearish. Rise, never heard of this before. It's only on Kraken from what I can tell. Strong bearish on the daily, strong bearish on the weekly, the 4-hour. It's very bearish, okay? Could it have a nice reverse pop? Sure, it could. I'm not excited about buying the bottom on charts like this right now. I would much rather favor charts that already are showing bullish consolidation inside the cloud instead of trying to find the Pico bottom on a chart that's obviously trending macro bearish. Plasma, same story actually. Plasma has just been grinding lower and lower. One thing that is positive is that even though it put in it actually broke support here a couple of times, it's putting in higher lows. This is actually a positive sign. Eventually, Plasma will reverse, but we need to see volume to support that, and not yet. Not yet. We need to see volume exceed the moving average in order for that to happen. Plasma's just getting forgotten, unfortunately. If it were to fall more, the next level to look to DCA would be the listing low, down at 10 cents, another 38% lower. Last but not least, Meteora. Now, this is a chart that I would be much more open to taking a position on because it's getting close to this listing low. Now, this is just OKX. If I look at MET USDT on Binance, first I have to check what that listing low is, 25 cents. Okay, let's see if it's the same on Binance. No, we don't even have that. Let's check another chart. The listing low was 5 cents. Wait, is this even the same chart? That's messed up. Wait, how can it be 25 cents? It's 0.025 cents. Yeah, I messed up. Go to KuCoin. The listing low, 0.25 cents. Is that the same one? No. 0.25 cents. Oh, so basically it's just there. Whatever. So it's basically near the listing low. That was a huge waste of time, wasn't it? Yay. But this would be the place where we should see a response. we have two different exchanges, OKX and KuCoin, both known for degenerate pump and dumps. Should see some sort of good response. As always, notice a good line to target for pumps is the fast line, this pink line right here. You can see it right there, right there, right there, okay? So that level is currently at 32 cents, which would be a nice little move, right? So if we can catch it just above there, right to the fast line, that's a 26% move, cool beans. It's up to you. It's up to you how you trade it, okay? So again, I'm taking a break. You should too. The markets won't. And if there's something that just has to be covered, has to be talked about, I'll make a short video. But keep an eye out for the videos that I have scheduled out. They're going to be extremely helpful and beneficial, talking about price predictions, how to use DCA, how to trade, how to do all this fun stuff. It's going to be coming out, so make sure to turn on your notifications. And I need you to watch this video that I shared last Sunday, because this is going to help you understand why I trade charts like C-Pool and how I can make consistent profits trading these charts without leverage. Watch this, and until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome, stay in the green, and Merry Christmas. Peace.